We have learnt in the previous chapter that we eat a variety of food according to our taste and availability. Food is required by our body to get energy to grow, repair our damaged body parts, and keep us fit and healthy. The food that we eat contains different components. We already know about the components of food. Let us know some more about the food components and their effects in our body. Components of food. The main components of our food are nutrients, roughage, dietary fiber, and water. Nutrients are the substance that an organism needs for growth, repair, and maintenance of its body. The nutrients needed by the human body are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy for our body. Therefore, carbohydrates are called energy-giving foods. There are many types of carbohydrates. The main two types are sugars, starch. Sugars. Sugars are simple carbohydrates that have a sweet taste. The main sources of sugar in our food are glucose, cane sugar, commonly called as sugar, and fruits such as banana, papaya, mango, and grapes. Starch. Starch is a complex carbohydrate. Pure starch is a tasteless and odorless white powder. The main sources of starch in our food are wheat, rice, maize, bajra, potato, and sweet potato. Activity 2. To test the presence of starch in a food sample. Things needed: raw potato, boiled egg, white portion, iodine solution. This solution is purple in color, dropper, and test tube. Method: take a piece of raw potato and put a few drops of dilute iodine solution on its cut surface using a dropper. Take some mashed boiled egg. White portion in a test tube. Use a dropper and put a few drops of iodine solution in the test tube. Observation: when we add some dilute iodine solution to the cut raw potato, a blue-black color appears where the iodine drops fall. This shows that the potato contains starch, but when the dilute iodine solution is added in a test tube that contains the mashed boiled egg white portion, no blue-black color appears. This test indicates that the boiled egg white portion does not contain starch. Proteins. Proteins are body-building food. These are necessary for the growth and repair of the body. That is why growing children, pregnant women, and people recovering from illness need more protein in their diet. Proteins can be obtained from plant and animal sources. The best sources of plant proteins are beans, soya bean and peas, nuts, almonds, cashew nuts and ground nuts, pulses, gram, moong and tur dal, and cereals, maize and wheat. Some of the best sources of animal proteins are lean meat, meat without fat, fish, eggs, milk and milk products, cheese and curd. The body requirement of proteins for adults is 1 gram per kilogram of the body weight. This means a woman weighing 50 kilograms needs 50 grams of proteins every day. Growing children and pregnant women need 1.8 grams of protein per kilogram of their body weight. Activity 3. To test the presence of protein in a given food sample. Things needed: boiled egg, white portion, a raw potato, some copper sulfate solution, some caustic soda solution, 2 test tubes, beakers, and a test tube stand. Method: Take pieces of boiled egg, white portion, mashed potato in 2 separate test tubes. Use a dropper to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. And 10 drops of caustic soda solution to each test tube. Shake the test tubes well and allow them to stand on the test tube stand for a few minutes. Observation: the contents of the test tube with the boiled egg, white portion, turn violet. The violet color indicates the presence of proteins in the food item. This test indicates that the boiled egg, white portion, contains protein. The contents of the test tube with mashed potato do not turn violet. This indicates the absence of proteins in the food item, mashed potato. Fats. Fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. Foods rich in fats are also called energy-giving foods. Fats are obtained from plants and animals. Ghee, oil, butter, milk, meat, etc. are some common foods containing fats. Nuts and some seeds also contain fats. Though fats give much more energy than carbohydrates, it is more difficult for the body to digest fats. Excess fats are often stored as body fat. The fat stored in the body causes obesity, fatness. Activity 4. To test the presence of fat in a food sample. Things needed: peeled ground nuts and a piece of clean paper. Method: take some peeled ground nuts and wrap them in a piece of clean paper. Crush the ground nuts and press with a heavy object like a hammer. Take care that the paper does not tear. Remove the crushed ground nuts and straighten the paper. Hold the paper against a light source, for example, bulbs. Observation: we can see an oily patch on the paper. We are able to see the light faintly through this oily patch, making the paper translucent. The appearance of the translucent oily spot on the sheet of paper shows the presence of fat in the given food sample. Vitamins. Vitamins are essential nutrients required in small quantities for normal growth, good vision, healthy teeth, gums and bones, and overall good health. Vitamins are of different kinds and are known by different names. Each vitamin occurs in a particular kind of food and has a specific function to perform. Minerals. Minerals are nutrients required by our body for its proper functioning, normal growth and good health. Minerals do not supply any energy to our body. Roughage, dietary fibers. The fibrous, undigestible material present in our food is termed as roughage. Roughage neither provides energy like carbohydrate and fats, nor builds our body like proteins. However, it is an important component of our food. It performs the following functions. Roughage adds bulk to the food. This helps our body to get rid of undigested food and thereby prevents constipation. It stimulates the muscle contraction of the walls of our intestine. This helps in proper bowel movements, like squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. Roughage can absorb a great amount of water and helps retain water in the body. The main sources of roughage in human food are salad, vegetables and fruits, corn, bhutta, unpeeled apple, half-crushed wheat, porridge or dalia. Water. It is the most important constituent of food. It is essential for life. Human body contains about 70% of water by weight. For example, a child who weighs 35 kilograms has about 25 kilograms of water in his body. Water is needed by our body to perform many vital functions. Some of them are: it serves as the body's transportation system. It is a medium through which other nutrients and substances are distributed to various cells of the body. Water regulates the temperature of our body by sweating. Evaporation of sweat from the skin cools down our body during hot summers. It helps our body to absorb nutrients from the food we get. Water acts as an important medium where most chemical reactions occurring in the body take place. Our body needs about 2 to 3 liters of water every day. We also get that water from many of the food items we eat. For example, fruits, vegetables, meat and fish provide some quantity of water to our body. However, most of the water needed by our body comes from plain drinking water and beverages like tea, coffee, milk, fruit juice and cold drinks. Excessive loss of water from the tissues of the body is called dehydration. It occurs when water intake is less, but water lost from the body is much more. Diarrhea, vomiting and excessive bleeding causes dehydration. During hot summer days or after some physical exercise, we sweat profusely. This too can lead to dehydration. To make up for this loss, one should drink enough water. Balanced diet. The food that we eat during the whole day is called diet. A diet consists of many food items made from cereals like wheat and rice, pulses, fruits, vegetables, eggs, milk, meat, fish and so on. The dishes that contains adequate amount of all the essential nutrients, roughage and water, sufficient for the normal growth and development of the body, is called a balanced diet. All of us should eat a balanced diet for our proper growth and development and to remain healthy. A typical balanced diet should contain carbohydrates 60%, fats 15%, proteins 25%. The composition of a balanced diet depends on sex and age of the person, occupation, type of work done, special needs during pregnancy. For example, a man doing hard physical work like a laborer, an athlete, a rickshaw puller needs more carbohydrates to obtain more energy required for doing hard physical work. A growing child needs more proteins than a grown-up man. A child needs more proteins to develop body tissues needed for growth. A pregnant woman needs more proteins in her diet for building the body of the developing baby. A nursing mother who breastfeeds her baby needs more proteins, calcium and vitamins to produce milk for her body. Loss of nutrients during cooking. Cooking improves the taste of food materials and makes them digestible. However, it results in the loss of certain nutrients. If cooking is done in excess of water and the water is thrown away after cooking, many water-soluble vitamins and minerals are lost. If cooking is done at a high temperature, many proteins and vitamins are destroyed. Mostly, thick peels are removed from vegetables and fruits. This results in loss of food materials and its nutrition. Washing of peeled and cut vegetables and some fruits causes a loss of water-soluble vitamins. Repeated washing of dals and rice causes loss of water-soluble vitamins and minerals. Deficiency diseases. We need to eat a balanced diet for our proper growth and development. If any of the nutrients is less than the required amount in the diet, it causes a disease. A disease that is caused due to the lack of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals and vitamins in our diet is called deficiency disease. Deficiency diseases are of the following 3 types: protein deficiency diseases, vitamin deficiency diseases, mineral deficiency diseases. Protein deficiency diseases. Kwashiorkor, Kwashiorkor is caused by severe protein deficiency in diet. The disease is common among children of 1 to 5 years of age. Symptoms. It has the following symptoms: stunted growth. Skin becomes dry and scaly. Hair becomes reddish. The body swells up due to retention of water, edema. Belly protrudes. Limbs become thin and bony. Marasmus. It occurs due to severe deficiency of proteins, carbohydrates and fats in the diet of children. The disease generally affects infants under 1 year of age. Symptoms. It has the following symptoms: body becomes very lean and thin and so weak that the child may not even be able to move. Skin becomes dry, thin and wrinkled and shows loose folds as the layers of fat below the skin disappear. Ribs become very prominent. Sunken eyes. Unable to digest and absorb food and may suffer from diarrhea. Vitamin deficiency diseases. Diseases caused by the deficiency of certain vitamins are listed in the following table. Some vitamins, deficiency diseases and symptoms. Vitamins, deficiency disease, symptom. Vitamin A, night blindness, poor vision and loss of vision in darkness, night. Vitamin B1, beriberi, feels extremely weak. Swelling of legs occurs due to retention of water in tissues, accompanied by pain in the legs, loss of appetite and weight. Vitamin C, scurvy, spongy and bleeding gums, loose teeth, wounds do not heal easily, general weakness and pain in the muscles and joints. Vitamin D, rickets, bones become soft and bent. Bow legs due to malformation of leg bones. Pain in bones. Soft bones are more susceptible to fracture. Mineral deficiency diseases. Diseases caused by the deficiency of certain minerals are listed in the following table. Minerals, deficiency disease, symptom. Iron, anemia, less hemoglobin produced in blood. Weakness, get tired easily. Loses weight and looks pale. Loses appetite, does not feel like eating anything. Iodine, goiter. Abnormal enlargement of the thyroid gland. The neck swells up. Retarded growth. Mental disability. Calcium and phosphorus. Bone and tooth decay. Weak bones. Tooth decay. Excessive intake of food. Just as deficiency of nutrients in our diet leads to diseases like marasmus, kwashiorkor and anemia, the overeating of rich foods also leads to an overweight condition called obesity. An obese person suffers from heart-related problems. He remains inactive and lazy. Many people, especially children, eat a lot of junk food such as burgers, chips, and soft drinks. All these food items contain large amounts of fats and sugars. Due to lack of physical activity, fats get accumulated in the body and cause obesity. So, avoid eating junk food and exercise regularly to remain fit and healthy. One should always eat a balanced diet according to one's age and nature of work. A person who does not eat a balanced diet is prone to illness and various diseases. We should follow the following golden rules to remain healthy. Always take fresh and clean food. Avoid food that is too oily or spicy. Avoid junk food. Eat lots of fruits and green vegetables. Drink plenty of water.